It's kind of messed up. The clause that just say just say just say someone's a dealer for other essential oils. They can't become a dealer for Ameo. I asked them to send out free samples. No one wants to participate what I'm doing. I asked them, they're like, we'll send out samples of our oil, but we won't send out any other ones. How are you going to expect people, of course they're going to like yours if they never try anything else. It's just, they won't work with me because they don't want me to send out samples. They're like, why are you sending out samples of other brands when we know ours is the best? I know it's not about that. It's about being, it's about being in a contract, part of that clause. You can't represent all three companies because, what do you think of that?
I've been inside and outside of some of these companies, on the back end and marketing and all that kind of stuff. I wear a lot of hats, and that's, you've honed in on one of the classic kind of sales techniques to capture people.
If they wanted to sell, just say the Mayo dealer, they were trying to tell me, that if they can't sell the other ones. If they would become a dealer for a Mayo. They would become a dealer for this brand and that brand and all the brands. But this in the clause, they can't. So, it makes sense if someone, just say someone like the lavender from one company, but the frankincense from another, they like, but they're going to be like, then why? So you're saying every single oil from this company you like better. What if someone wants one more for fragrance? Then they, but they want to smell the room, put it in the diffuser, but they want one for medicinal purposes, and they want something that's, but they all say they have the best one of everything. There's no best one because every time I take them out, every time I talk to people, everybody likes something different. Just like cologne in the cologne store, not everyone likes the same cologne.
So, that's exactly it. There's no such thing as, the best line for everybody, period, point blank. Everybody has preferences. But also, a lot of people don't know what the heck they are actually looking for. They think they're looking for therapeutic. Meanwhile, they're buying fragrance. But yeah, you nailed it. But at the end of the day, if you go see some of these high-level aromatherapy practitioners or whatever, none of them have just one line. It's ridiculous to even think that.
Oh, I know. They have different lines. I came across aromatherapists just yesterday. I'm like, which line do you like the best? Which brand do you like? They said, well, actually, I use different brands. I don't just use one brand. I'm like, can you tell me?
Exactly.
And she didn't want to get into it. I'm like, why won't you tell me?
You know why? Because each of these lines, each of these companies, they put a lot of money into just a certain percentage of their line will be very, very high grade, and some of them will be so-so, and so on and so forth. No one line, does an amazing quality of every single product. So you basically have to kind of pick and choose. You got to know, this company, this line does the frankincense and lavender the best. This line over here, they do this one and this one the best. There's very few companies that every single.
It's just like I like that, like my vitamin B12. I like from Premier Research, but I use the different brand of green powders when I eat my green powder, or I use a different brand of it's just I use different. I don't use their probiotic. I use a different brand of probiotic. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's why these companies don't give you samples, because if you had a sample from two different companies, you say, what the heck? This one smells like crap. This one smells infinitely, but they don't want you to make that comparison. They want you to buy a bulk order, and they want you to not think for yourself, once again.
So they want you to just buy the whole line from one company.
That's exactly it. And then, what do we see when we talk to these practitioners or individuals who just have used one whole line, one company?
Well, I never, when I go in offices, I always see one line on the shelves. They have a little display. I go to the health food stores. They have one line and a display. They don't have different brands. They have one brand.
And they all drink the company Kool-Aid. Of course they think their line is the best. It's the only line they use. It's absurd. It's absurd.
Well, how come how come health food stores have 10 different brands of vitamins but not essential oils?
I'm sorry, repeat your question.
I mean, there's a yoga studio right near. Well, there actually is one yoga studio. They have both. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a little bit more unusual. As you said, these companies try to enforce that. They don't want to have their precious lines.
I'm assuming they're different dealers. It's not one dealer selling. I guess there's like two partners there. I don't know.
Probably something like that. Yeah, some of these companies are so aggressive and greedy. Yeah, they don't want their customers buying from each line and then again making comparisons. It's all to brainwash the consumer into believing their line is the best. But
not all of the companies are like that, though.
I mean, there's an exception to a couple companies that don't have all this red tape, all this bureaucracy and whatnot. I'm not so going. Yeah, but you know what those lines are.
Yeah. All right.
You have any more questions? No.
Nope. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're right. Take care.